Hello everyone, this is Loknath Madula and you all know me as Loki, and let's get into my video demo submission for module 14. So module 14 is a continuation of mobile development and in sync with module 13. So the GitHub repository I have used is similar to the one I have used in 13. So to further go into this demo, I'm gonna use this grading sheet document for my to check everything that I have worked on, and I have my phone here so that we can just check like uh, the demo of it, so that once I run it, so the GitHub is same. The research, yeah, it outlines all the APIs that were used. So if we have seen here the API endpoints used, and I have noted all of them and given a brief description about it. And now it has everything about the screen. So let's get right into it. So for this demonstration, I'm gonna initially first going to do the complete demonstration and then explain the code and logic behind it, so that we would know everything that has been worked on and everything that has been covered. So now it's loading up, and allow me to scan this. All right, I have now scanned it and it's loading. So let's go back to the grading sheets and let me check once. Yep, yeah, we can see the screen perfectly. Yeah, so it's still loading up. So still continues to load. Well, meanwhile, let's talk about the requirement. So when entering the credentials, if it only has a customer account, they would directly take into the customer. If it has only courier account, directly taken to the courier applications. If it has both, taken to the account selection page. So I'm gonna demonstrate first by logging into a customer who has a customer and courier who has both options enabled, so that we would see the selection page, and then we can test for only customer and only courier. So it's still loading up, and once it loads up we can jump right into it. Awfully slow. Yeah, as you can see, it's like at 13% right now. Generally goes by much faster. uh, well, looking at this, I think we can jump into the demonstration first, I mean the code explanations first, and then go into the video demo. So here, so for to enable this, what I have done is I have created an, if you go into the app, I have created an select account.txx, so which would be the selection based upon the customer and courier. So if they have both active roles, they would be taken here, and then here we can see the card for it and the courier card for it, so that they would be able to select. And I have included this in the layout. So the first thing they would see is the index, which is the login, and then select account. Based on the select account, they would be redirected to either customer or the courier, or if it is uh, direct, I mean if it's only customer, they would be directly jump to the customer. So here we have it, and then we have our separate pages for courier and customer. So the thing with courier is it's a completely new thing. So the layout, which would have the order deliveries and the account section. So in the account section, we would have all the fields. So it's all pulling it from the here from the specific ID of the customer, and then we have our regular stuff. And then if we go into the stylings, here we have our heading, and then so there are three fields here. So it would say my and logged in as a courier, and then we have three fields here. The first thing is primary email, the one the customer uses to log in, customer or courier uses to log in, and which is always read only. And then the courier email and courier number, which are editable. So here these can be edited, and then whenever those are edited, it will be posted. So here we have the options. So when we click, it would change to edit updating, and then we would get a notification when it's successfully been edited. So this is for the account page. And then we have the deliveries. So in the deliveries, it would show up all the list of deliveries which are there, and then everything would be in the pending in the start. And then once a courier selects and moves it to in progress, and they can move it again into delivered. Once it moves into delivered, it can't be changed anymore. So we have those details. So colors for our pending, progress, and delivered. And then we have all the logic here, which would pull it and display it in a table. So here is the fetch request to bring it and then loading it all. And then here we can see the logic for logout. And then once we go down here, we would see our UI and then the heading and then the header for this. So, and then the table, so which would contain all the order IDs, address for the particular order, and then the what's the status of it, and a view which would open up a modal and display what's the uh, details, like what address, what's the restaurant, and all those details. So here it is, all of it. So this is something I have worked on. These are the details that need to be worked on. And then within the customer page, we have a new layout, which would be with the along with the restaurants and the order history page, we would have a new tab, which is account tab. So for that, I have created an account page, which is much similar to the account page for the courier. And then it would also have the same three fields, which is a primary email, customer email, and so here we can see which is read only. And then let me scroll down here. Yeah, read only email and the customer email, which is editable, and then phone number, which is also editable. Okay, so these are the things. And then next we have our, yeah, in the restaurant and within the menu page. So for the final model, we have this requirement to add notification system so that it would send out the notifications. Here we can see that I have added these from the last time, sending SMS and sending email. And then those were set up so that it would be sent whenever the order is placed based upon the customer's choice. And then if we scroll down here into the model, we can also see the UI for it. And then, yeah, see, here would be the order confirmation by email or text. And then we have the checkboxes here. When it's checkbox, so it would be changed. And then uh, select, based upon the selection, the boolean will be changed and sent out in the payload. So here we have the screen. So this would account selection page should look like. And then with the customer, the new tab of the account, and then in the order confirmation having the by email and by phone options, and then the account pages for both customer and courier, and then how the deliveries page would look for a courier, and how it changes between from pending to progress and to delivered, and the delivery details model. So this kind of concludes the code explanation for everything. And then let's see if we have covered everything here. So credentials, selection process, going to the account, and then courier page changing, the details have been, and then fetch, editing those, and then the changes being reflected in the database. And then user having an option to request the confirmation having been added to the post request. The font have been added, change it to Arial and Oswald. If I go back here and then scroll up here, so we can see that I'm importing the font H1 and body, which are required for the font, I mean, which are required for everything. And then the fonts are set to Oswald and then and Arial. And then these things have always been have already been fixed, done in the module 13, and they're a continuation, and the wireframes have been respected, the code quality has been done, the folders and files were clearly organized, and code has multiple comments all across. So yeah, and then I have merged it, and I have the module submission text file. So that's that. And now let's get into the demo. So here, yeah, as we all can see, it's this page. So and then so I'm gonna first log in with Erica Gur. So logging in with Erica Gur has shown with the option for both courier and account. So this is because Erica has the option for both of them. So we have that. So first, if I choose the customer, so we would see this screen, which has all the restaurants, and then the order history, which is order history, and then the account details. So here, so we have this. So how you can see, like 3 4, let's change it back to 3 6. From 3 4 to 3 6, once I click update, it says account updated successfully, and these details are logged in the database. Those changes are also shown. and then everything works as usual. We always have our filters and everything, so those are all set. The order history is also the same. The new additions were this account page, and then if I go into and then try to place an order, we would have the option of by email or by phone. So I'm gonna select both of them, the check mark, and then I clicked on confirm order, so which would take us to and then place an order. So, and here we can see the new order that has been placed. So yeah, new order that has been placed here. So this is for the customer side of it. And then once I log out, and I'm going to log in with a direct customer, which is john.doe at example.com and at password. So once I logged in, it would directly take me to the customer side of it, like, and then if we go into the account details, you can see that it's John Doe, and then the details are here, and then the order history for him is very less. It's not so comprehensive, but it's still works. So this is the direct, and now let's go into the courier. So it's jane.doe at example.com and password. So here, as we can see, I have filled out the details, and once I click on login, it would take us to the courier page. So my deliveries and the account, as you can see in the account details are here, and the primary is read only, and the each details can be edited. So let's edit this, and then from 666 to I have changed the last digit to 5, and then once I click update, it would have a notification updated successfully. And then the main star of this, the account, I mean the deliveries. So as you can see, the first order, which is 22nd, it's in pending. So once I click on it, it changes it to in progress, and then I can change the in progress to delivered. After getting delivered, the button is not changeable anymore. We can also see there is also another in progress. Once I click on it, it also changes to delivered, and we can't change it anymore. And if I click on the view, so it would show up the details like the status of it, and then the address, and then the details, all the details. So this comprehensively covers everything, all of the requirements that were given. And yeah, that's it. Yeah, and I thank you for very much for following through my demo, and really appreciate you taking out time, and hope you have a great day.